Let's begin by telling you that 14 football clubs are kicked off a 2024 Budweiser KM Lubricants Veterans Championship in the state. We'll also be telling you that Pillar of Sports, HDK held Super Eagles over Libya win. Tennis legend Nadal to retire in November, and former Eagles, former England's manager Southgate plans year out from management. It is a Sports Splash on ABS TV, the Monday edition here on the show. Let's begin with our first story. Our first story is from Newi. Let's tell you that Okwenu All Stars FC is set to begin the defense of the Budweiser KM Lubricants Veterans Championship against 13 football clubs as the Soccer Fiesta gets underway on Saturday, the 12th of October 2024. The Budweiser KM Lubricants All Stars Championship, which is a bankroll by the sponsor Chief Kenneth Maduako, will run from October 12th, 2024 till the grand finale expected to hold on Sunday, 15 December 2024, at the FCIU International Stadium of Zobolo, Newi. According to the chairman of the local organizing committee, Jonathan Igwe, who is being assisted by Nemeka Iloka, the winner of the second edition will smile home with a sum of 1 million naira, while the second place, third and fourth place teams will each go home with a sum of 500,000 naira, 300,000 naira, and 200,000 naira respectively, among other consolation prizes such as the most valuable player, MVP, top scorer, and best behaved team. For the draws, Wood and Marshalls FC is expected to slug it out against Hunters FC, All Stars FC in Group A. Group B has the defending champions, Okwenu All Stars FC, who will play against Ogodo Sports Club, Newi All Stars, and SSK FC, while Group D will parade Peace FC, Onkoraf FC, and Accurate FC. And the maiden edition was won by Okwenu All Stars FC. Okwenu All Stars FC defeated Juventus FC All Stars in the grand finale, courtesy of Chidebere Augustine Ozemena's goal in the 68th minute of the match. And the final was played on Sunday, the 3rd of December 2023. At the FCIU International Stadium. And now let's tell you that the competition kick-started on Saturday, and of course 6 matches were played on Saturday and 2 on Sunday. Wood Marshalls FC defeated Nemo All Stars by 1-0. Elsewhere, it was Newi All Stars 3, Ogodo Sports Club 0, Big Bombers 2, Juventus and 0. Elders FC defeated Team FC by 1-0, while on Sunday, Peace FC defeating Onkoraf FC by 3-1, while SSK FC lost 0-2 to Okwenu All Stars. They lost 0-2 to Okwenu All Stars. Now let's move on to our second story. Our second story is about, of course, the Akwese Unity Cup competition. Let's tell you that the upcoming Amalukwe football competition for Akwese community domiciled in Anocha LG of Anambra State is a platform for the teeming youth of the country, the community rather, and the state at large to discover and showcase their footballing skills to the state and the country at large. These were the assertions of the competition sponsor Nze Maduabrochukwu Benjamin Onyeka Amalukwe, fondly known as Gentle Professor, during an interview with a session of sports writers in Oka. Nze Amalukwe stated that the upcoming football championship will unify the villages in Akwese and provide a platform for the youth of the community and the local government to engage in competitive football, which is a $1 million industry. He offered that the competition is also an avenue to engage the youth during the festive period, explore their talents, and as well serve as a source of convergence and entertainment for Akwese indigenes and beyond. Nze Amalukwe stated the essence of this football competition in Akwese community tagged Amalukwe football competition is to unify the 6 villages and provide a platform for the youth of my community to showcase their skills and potentials in sports through football, which is a universal game loved and followed by many. I was a great footballer during my youthful days, and I must confess that we had limited or no opportunities like this to showcase our talents to the world. That is why I stepped in when Akwese Sports Committee approached me to host this competition for the second time after I hosted it in 2015. Amalukwe stated. Nze Amalukwe informed that the competition has come to stay and will be an annual program in the community, while also disclosing that he intends to host the competition at the local government level, where all the communities are domiciled within Anocha LGA can compete for honors. He admonished the youth of the community to be disciplined, focused, and dedicated, as well as being patient, as some of the virtues are needed for them to excel in their field of endeavor. The 10-day football fiesta, which will hold from December 26, 2024 to January 4th, 2025, will see the eventual winner smiling home with a sum of 1 million naira, while the first runners-up and second runners-up, the first runners-up will go home with a sum of 500,000 naira. There are also other consolation prizes for the second runners-up, third runners-up, as well as the most valuable player, the highest goal scorer, best goalkeeper, and the best behaved team. And it's all about this Unity Cup called the Amalu Unity Cup, holding in Akwesta, starting sometime later this year. But we hear that it's going to kick off in December, to be precise. Away from that now, let's move on to our third story. Let's talk about a pillar of sports in Nigeria, Chief Donatus Agu Ejidike. And the Nigeria's pillar of sports, Chief Donatus Agu Ejidike, has held the Super Eagles of Nigeria for their deserved 1-0 victory over the Mediterranean Knights of Libya in one of the match day 3 fixtures of Group D of the AFCON 2025 qualifiers are played in Uyo, and that was on Friday. Ejidike, in an interaction with sports writers in Abuja shortly after the match on Friday, described that the performance of the coach Augustine Eguavon led him as gritty, considering how stoically the Libyans stood up to soak the pressure being mounted by the Super Eagles attack line, led by the Bayer Leverkusen's Victor Boniface, who got replaced in the 74th minute of the game by Nottingham Forest Taiwo Awoniyi. The goal that secured the victory came off the boots of Lazio midfielder Fisayo Dele Bashiru, who came on also in the 74th minute as a replacement for Fulham's Alex Iwobi. The Anambra-born sports philanthropist admonished that the boys are to go to Tripoli tomorrow, being Tuesday, and complete the double over the North Africans to secure qualification for the next AFCON to be hosted by Morocco. Ejidike, who is the patron of the Nigerian Football Supporters Club, also commended the technical crew led by Coach Eguavon for what he called a result-oriented approach to coaching that grinds out the result even when the players are barely trained together for 3 days. The team were expected to leave for Libya to honor the away leg, and we hear that they've arrived at Libya, though with some controversies there, as they were kept at the airport for almost 2 hours. We hear the officials are off Libya and not even in the city where the match will be played. And of course, the Super Eagles will be looking to take all the 3 points against the Libyans, and when the match is played on Tuesday in the return leg of the AFCON qualifiers, the 2025 edition. So we'll be watching out for that and wish the Super Eagles all the very best, even with the antics of their opponent as they've landed in Libya already for the return leg of that match coming up on Tuesday. Away from that now, let's talk about the chairman, Anambra State Football Association. Yes, the chairman, Anambra State Football Association, Chief Chikelo Ilenyose, fondly known as the General, has sent in kind words to Chiefs Ambassador Dr. Frank Obi and Anyi Jiofo, founder CEO Metro Frank Group. He was conferred with the Lifetime Achievement Award in Real Estate Development in recognition for his exemplary leadership quality in demonstrating exceptional commitment to real estate development in Nigeria. The Anambra FA chairman described that the award to Chief Dr. Anyi Jiofo as worthy and deserving. On behalf of the executive board members of the Anambra FA and sports-loving people of the state, I wish to congratulate you, sir, on the award so deserving. You have left your footprint and legacy in the real estate sector, and those of us with the privilege of knowing you are not surprised that you got this honor He stated, "This is a testament of your excellence in this field of a profession." Chief Dr. Annie Jiofo was among top dignitaries that received varying awards at the National Crime Watch Award 2024, a list that includes captains of different industries, and that's why the chairman, Anambra State Football Association, is congratulating him for the award. And also, we wish to equally eulogize the chairman, Anambra State Football Association, Chief Chikelu Elenyosi, for, of course, his doggedness, innovation, and, of course, taking football to the next level in Anambra State. And yesterday was his birthday, and we say happy birthday to Chief Elenyosi, the general, the chairman, Anambra State Football Association, as he celebrated yesterday of adding another year to his life. Moving away from that now, let's tell you that Ghana will face Nigeria for a place at the 2024 African Nations Championship after the West African rivals were paired together at the qualifying draws are held on Wednesday. The sides also met ahead of the 2022 finals with Ghana qualifying via a penalty shootout following a 2-2 draw on aggregate. We hear the 42 entrants for the 2024 tournament, which is for domestic-based players on the continent, have been split into 6 regional zones. 5 of the zones will provide 3 qualifiers each, but the CECAFA region has been handed a 4th space because Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda will all be involved in the preliminaries despite qualifying automatically as a joint host. The Confederation of African Football, CAF, says that the team achieving the best results in the CECAFA qualifiers will advance. As a result of the finals, which will be held from the 1st to the 28th of February next year, will feature 19 teams, an increase on the 18-team 2022 edition. The format of the tournament is yet to be announced, and the 2 rounds of regional qualifiers will take place on a home and away basis, with the second round ending on 27th to 29th of December. And 2-time winners Morocco, 2011 champions Tunisia, and 2014 winners Libya are the only entrants from the North African region, so are all guaranteed a place in the finals. And CHAN holder Senegal will face either Sierra Leone or Liberia in the second round of qualifying. CAF has increased the prize money from the previous edition by 60%, with the winners of the 2024 final set to receive $2 million. And the staging of the 2024 CHAN finals in Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda is being seen as a test event before the East African neighbors host the 2027 African Cup of Nations. But the news here is that Ghana will be facing Nigeria, and that's in qualifiers for the CHAN. Away from that, now let's talk about players from Africa playing in Europe. Manchester United defender Nosai Mazraoui has had a minor procedure after experiencing palpitations. We hear the 26-year-old Morocco international is expected to make a full recovery from the precautionary procedure and should be available for selection within the next few weeks. United signed fullback Mazraoui from Bayern Munich in August for an initial fee of £12.8 million. Mazraoui had to take time away from football to deal with inflammation of a heart tissue in January 2023 after suffering from COVID-19. On that occasion, Mazraoui resumed ball work in training 1 month later, but did not return to competitive action until the month of March. Mazraoui has started all 7 of Manchester United's Premier League games this season, making 10 appearances across all competitions we hear. And away from football now, let's go to the world of athletics. Let's tell you that sports can be key vehicle for change when it comes to tackling global issues such as climate change, says World Athletics President Lord Cowie. Earlier this week, Athletics World governing body was named the elite organization of the year at the BBC Green Sports Award. And World Athletics received the award after introducing environmental, social, and governance obligations that host cities or venues need to adhere to if they want to run sanctioned events. And Corey, a 2-time Olympic 1,500 meters gold medalist, cited a survey which found 70% of our elite athletes want change now, and the same number has said climate change change had already had a profound impact on their competition and training we hear. And away from that now, let's talk about the world of, let's move to the world of our still, lastly in athletics, before we move to tennis. Let's tell you that Dina Asher-Smith says she is in a new era and can achieve more than she previously thought possible following her 100 meters heart break at Paris 2024. The 28-year-old Britain's fastest woman failed to reach the Olympic 100 meters final in August, but recovered from the setback to finish 200th of a second away from a medal in the 200 meters before winning the 4x100 meters relay silver. And Asher-Smith has undergone significant change in 2024, changing her coaching setup for the first time and moving to the United States of America. And now to the world of tennis. Rafael Nadal, the 22-time Grand Slam champion, will retire from tennis at the end of the season. The 38-year-old will represent Spain in his final appearance at next month's Davis Cup finals in Malaga. Nadal had barely played over the past 2 seasons because of injuries and suggested last year he could retire at the end of 2024. And Nadal retires as the second most successful men's singles player of all time, behind only longtime rival Novak Djokovic, and known as the King of Clay. Nadal won the French Open singles title a record of 14 times, winning 112 of his 116 major matches at the Roland Garros. And now from tennis, lastly, line judges are to disappear from Wimbledon after 147 years as the All England club will adopt electronic line calling from 2025, and the technology will be in place for all qualifying and main draw matches and replace the judges who were responsible for calling shots out and faults on a serve. And the Australian Open and the US Open adopted the electronic line calling, and that was in 2021 and 2022 respectively. And Wimbledon's had been forced by the ATP's decision to adopt electronic line calling live across the men's tour from 2025, while the women's WTA tour is moving in the same direction. Wimbledon's decision means that the clay court French Open is the only major yet to ditch the judges, and now it's going to be electronic, no more line judges there judging the game of tennis. Lastly, in football, before we jet, former England manager Gareth Southgate says he will not return to coaching role for at least a year. The 54-year-old resigned from the England job after the defeat by Spain in Euro 2024 final in July, and Southgate was appointed as the Three Lions boss in 2016 and guided England to back-to-back Euro finals as well as a fourth-place finish at the 2018 World Cup. He has been linked with Manchester United amid the uncertainty over the future of Eric Ten Hag at Old Trafford. However, speaking at the European Club Association General Assembly in Athens on Thursday, Southgate ruled out an immediate return to management, and the former England boss Jurgen Klopp announced that he is return to the game on Wednesday, taking a role as a global head of soccer at Red Bull. But Southgate says he will not coach another international team and will be careful before returning to the club environment. He previously managed Middlesbrough, and that was from 2006 to 2009. But right now he said he's going to be out for about a year, not being in football management, either at the club level or the national level. So for Gareth Southgate, in a year's time, we'll get to know the decision as regards to his coaching career. That's about the size of the show this morning, Sports Splash on ABS TV. Thank you very much for being here. The show will continue tomorrow, same time, with another episode down to Friday and Saturday to wrap up our proceedings. I am Ike Nwoked. Have a lovely week, and remember to keep sporting. Bye-bye now.